Well, days ahead of the UP polls, BJP President Amit Shah has released the party's manifesto in Lucknow. The Samajwadi Party, meanwhile, has accused the BJP of directly lifting several key SOPs from its own manifesto, saying that the BJP's manifesto is merely a cut copy-paste. Here's a detailed report.
With a bag full of election promises, the BJP released its manifesto ahead of the big UP polls. In its 9-part Sankalp Patra, BJP has attempted to woo the youth and rural folk with freebies ranging from free laptops and internet to interest-free loans for farmers. But what was once its central agenda in the state, the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, only received what seemed like an honorary mention.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बनने वाली सरकार भी संवैधानिक तरीकों से जल्द राम मंदिर बने इसके लिए प्रयत्नशील रहेगी.
But the BJP's manifesto elicited a shocking allegation from the ruling SP. It's a cut, copy and paste job, claimed the Samajwadis.
Copyright laws are there and they have violated them. Trying to take advantage of this, Samajwadi Party will register a protest FIR. Why steal our manifesto? Because what is there in our manifesto and what they are mentioning, we have already done.
But does the SP's accusation hold any water? A cursory glance through the two manifestos is enough to show that the central promises are not much different. Freebies to women, hands out to students, a promise of round-the-clock power and SOPs to farmers. Even the Congress and BSP hit out at the BJP for not fulfilling the promises it made in 2014.
कि बीजेपी को अपने लोकसभा चुनावी वायदा खिलाफी करने के बाद अब उत्तर प्रदेश में हो रहे विधानसभा चुनाव में इनको अपना चुनावी घोषणा पत्र जारी करने का कोई भी नैतिक अधिकार नहीं रहा.
Initially believed to be leading the race, the BJP is facing stiff competition from a united Congress and Samajwadi Party. It remains to be seen if BJP following the Samajwadi path hurts its chances. With Balakrishna in Lucknow, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, joining us on this broadcast now is Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP. Mr. Rao, over the last many hours, we've been speaking to many political representatives of both the SP and the Congress. The SP maintains that there's nothing really new that you offered in your manifesto and that it's completely copied and lifted out of their own manifesto, which was released just a few days ago. What do you have to say to that?
I think the Samajwadi Party actually has a copyright on politics of Gundaraj. They have a copyright on politics of appeasement and vote bank politics. And our manifesto completely is indignant about the Samajwadi Party's band of politics of violence and Gundaraj. So it's not the document that people really look at. What Samajwadi Party writes for next 5 years is not important for the people of Uttar Pradesh. What is important is what they have done over the last 5 years, which was vote bank politics and gundagardi. There is really no real development that they have done. Our manifesto is a manifesto of promises, and certainly people of the country, people of Uttar Pradesh have a credibility in the leadership of the BJP, and Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, and the SP, BSP, Congress, they all seem rattled by the BJP's upsurge and our manifesto and are making very silly and unsustainable comments. I think it shows the extent to which they are rattled. We are certainly going to win more than a two-thirds majority. We are looking at almost a three-fourths majority, winning 300 plus seats. So these parties, I think their fear of the BJP surge is evident from the fact that they have actually, SP had to get a prop in Congress, which itself was in a coma, in a state of coma.
Okay.
So two parties coming together is actually a sign of their insecurity and collective. They are going to be doomed collectively, or if they would have been doomed if they had gone separately. So today people of Uttar Pradesh are going to give a big mandate to the BJP, unmindful of what SP and BSPs have to say about our manifesto.
But Mr. Rao, let me also give you a quick hint at exactly where the allegation stems from. For starters, both freebies, of course, both of you have offered free laptops to students elections. There's free medical facilities to the poor, that's mentioned in both manifestos. Electricity supply is mentioned in both manifestos, and these are just a few points that I've mentioned. Interest-free loans have been mentioned as well for farmers in both manifestos, and this comes, days after the SP manifesto, which is why we're seeing such allegations being put to the fore.
No, it's as I said, it's a joke, because 24/7 power supply is something that BJP has been giving for over a decade in states like Gujarat and even in Madhya Pradesh, neighboring Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So if SP thinks talking about electricity is they have a copyright on this, I can only laugh at their ignorance and also at their arrogance. I think as far as other issues are concerned, I think nobody can claim if they have actually done well, people would not really be thinking of throwing them out of power. They would not be feeling so insecure about getting into alliances when they got, when the SP in the last elections, they got a majority on their own. Why are they fearful of, why were they actually trying to shop for alliances? If they think they have done really something for the people of Uttar Pradesh. I think people of UP have been cheated by this government. They were so occupied with their own personal and family promotion and politics, and they really left people of Uttar Pradesh to fend for themselves. So it is this ignorance and this is this neglect of the people of Uttar Pradesh which is going to really give a big mandate to the BJP in the forthcoming, in the ongoing elections.
All right, Mr. Rao, stay on with us. Sharad Pradhan, a senior journalist, is also joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Pradhan, what do you make of the BJP manifesto? Many are saying that this is, look, at the end of the day, a populist manifesto. Yes, there's a development pitch, but it's all about the sops and freebies for women, for youth, for farmers.
Well, as I look at it as old wine in new bottle, and it should have caused some embarrassment to the BJP to be simply copying what Akhilesh Yadav has actually been claiming as his achievements. It is not just the promises made by Akhilesh Yadav. They are being reinforced in his new manifesto. But a lot of these things have actually been done. Like for instance, the metro in these places, all they have added is 2 cities, Jhansi and Gorakhpur. The rest of the cities, the metro is actually, projects are already on. So, whether it is the security to women, yes, they have a helpline already which is functioning. Let me tell you, surprisingly, it is functioning very well. At the same time, this dial 100 facility, they are saying we are going to upgrade it. Dial 100 is a brilliant thing which has been done. Well, most of the things have been done towards the last few months that Akhilesh, obviously with election in mind. But fact remains that BJP today is simply copying a lot of those things. It is only the farmers loans where he talks about giving waiver to the farmers. That is something new that Amit Shah has offered. But it is all about freebies. Amit Shah and the BJP has been consistently condemning parties, criticizing parties for doling out freebies. Whether it was Rahul Gandhi's freebie in the form of a waiver of loans, which brought UPA 2 on ground, that same too. So, why have they taken these leaves out of different political parties, mostly Samajwadi Party, and trying to give the impression that there is something new? It is laughable that when today Amit Shah, I was at the manifesto release, it was laughable when he said that we are, in addition to laptops, we are giving 1 GB of internet free. Now, come on.
Let's get in a response from Mr. Rao, and then I'll go to Ms. Juhi Singh of the SP. Mr. Rao, quickly, your response to what Mr. Pradhan has to say, that this is really old wine in new bottle.
No, I think the real problem is the Samajwadi Party actually treated only, their entire focus was only on a particular vote bank. They only looked at a particular community for all their freebies. And their entire focus was developing and consolidating vote bank while leaving out 75% of the Uttar Pradesh to fend for themselves. Look at the manner in which people have been employed in different, have been given different jobs in government. Look at the manner in which police stations operate. There is one justice for the Samajwadi Party vote bank, and all others feel as if they are not living in Uttar Pradesh, as if they are living in an alien land. I think this is this is what is going to hurt Uttar Pradesh, Samajwadi Party, because they have they have narrowly focused on consolidating vote bank while leaving out 75% of the
but
electorate.
Mr. Rao, are you going to deny the fact, and I'm not going to say that any party has not indulged in vote bank. I'm not saying that, I'm not protecting or shielding any party from being accused of vote bank politics here. But don't you feel that in the last few months, the focus of the Akhilesh government has been on development and holistic development at that?
No, but you see, you see, even laptops, I think that's what our president said. Any benefit in the government, be it the jobs, be it the welfare schemes, be it the freebies as you call them, all of them were only given to the one particular caste and one particular community.
Okay. Let's get in a response. Let's get in a response from SP's Juhi Singh on that. That's the BJP's allegation, Juhi, that while it could be the same freebies that are being distributed. It could be the same pretty much manifesto. It's about the fact that it's not one community that's being targeted.
Just like to.
I mean to say, see, the problem is that the copyright laws in India and the patent laws in India are very lax, and they have been very lazy. The BJP is so lazy that they cannot even make their own manifesto. So they have just picked up from us. And another thing is that they have mentioned many things which are already in ground. I would like to ask Mr. Rao, can he give us the permission for the metro, because that security clearance requires 3 months, and we can't run the metro without that. If he can get it for us for a week, we'll immediately start running it. So what sort of community is he targeting? Which pension? Samajwadi pension? We don't target any community. We give it to the weaker sections. Laptop, they have again stolen it. We are already the highest in milk production, and we have invested a huge amount of money in it. And second, the fourth thing is that the farmers loan waiver. That is already, no, Mr. Rao, that has already been done. The farmers loan waiver in the cooperative banks has already been done as much as the state government can do. To which banks are you going to target to waive those loans? Please ask Mr. Shah to specify that. And of course, your beautiful candidate list from all parties, which Mr. Shah was asked, and he said that we did not really promise, but we can't help it, we have to give tickets. So now you are giving tickets to families also. So BJP basically focuses on no agenda. It is just copying, pasting, because, I mean, I would symbolically register an FIR for stealing our manifesto to them. That's a symbolic thing, but I think that we are proud of it also, that they are duplicating. And dial 100, a thing which is already on ground. So
okay, all right. Mr. Pradhan, while there are allegations flying back and forth that there's nothing really new in the BJP manifesto, one point that I'd like to raise up is the fact that the BJP has mentioned an anti-land mafia task force in its manifesto. The BJP has been fighting corruption time and again, has said very clearly that they will tackle corruption. That's been one of their biggest promises going into every election, and they've carried that forward in the manifesto as well, something that's not been mentioned in the SP manifesto.
Who am I supposed to answer?
Yes, Mr. Pradhan, to you.
Well, as far as corruption is concerned, I don't think any political party is seriously interested in combating corruption. Every political party just makes does this lip service at the time of elections or whenever they are giving these kind of bhashans anywhere. In reality, they all promote, patronize corruption. That is the unfortunate part. And let me ask Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao one small thing. When he was talking about consolidation of votes, what is the BJP intending to do by raking up the Kairana issue, which is false? Their own MP from Kairana, Hukum Singh, who was the first to talk about this exodus of Hindus, he himself backtracked when media reports exposed the fallacy behind it. At that point of time, in 2015, if I'm not wrong, and Mr. Hukum Singh himself backtracked. Then where is today Amit Shah was emphasizing that there is exodus taking place. It is a make-believe. It is being created only to polarize votes, which is not the right thing for BJP to be doing. And Mr. Yogi Adityanath, who is being let loose there to launch his election campaign, he's one of the star campaigners. And we all know how he rakes up communal issues through love jihad.
Let's give Mr. Rao a chance to respond. Mr. Rao, go ahead.
What are they consolidating?
I think about Kairana, there has been a lot of, there is an evidence There is statistical evidence, there is census surveys,
Where?
census studies have shown the extent of migration from there. But if you want to live in denial, one can continue to live in denial. But can I, no, let me finish. Okay, look at, you see, we have promised today, the sugarcane farmers, all their arrears will be paid. Aren't farmers crying in pain because your government was not receptive to the farmers' interest?
What have you given to the UP government for cane farmers?
Are not being paid for months and years. If you don't have, no, you eat up all the money. You indulge in corruption. Your ministers indulge in thousands of crores of loot. Your own minister,
you have not given the farmers' arrears to the UP government. We have done it on our own. And today,
and you have no shame in taking them back. And Akhilesh started campaign from the most corrupt minister in your government.
Sir, your star campaigner has a person who has a dowry death FIR against him.
Okay, Ms. Juhi Singh, let Mr. Rao finish. I'll come back to you for you to give your answer. Let Mr. Rao finish. Let Mr. Rao finish so we can all make a point and the viewers can understand what's really being said here. Mr. Rao, go ahead.
The farmers of the state of UP are writhing in pain. You have really not paid them thousands of crores of dues to sugarcane arrears. You have not, you have actually indulged in thousands of crores of loot, and you are asking me where is the money? Where was the money for Prajapati?
Okay.
Where did they make those thousands of crores of money?
Okay. Ms. Juhi Singh, your response.
Why is Akhilesh Yadav campaigning for him? Why is he starting his political campaign from there? Why has he been dropped from the cabinet and why has he been taken back? Did Akhilesh not say that there are...
All right, Mr. Rao, let Ms. Juhi Singh respond. Let Ms. Juhi Singh respond. Let her give a response. We're running out of time. Ms. Juhi Singh, go ahead. Your response.
My response, Mr. Prajapati, I will not respond to because they have a star campaigner who has a dowry death case and they have a state president who has a huge amount of cases against him and they have many such candidates. But as for sugarcane arrears, they have not given us the enough money which the centre is supposed to give.
Mr. Rao, let Ms. Juhi Singh finish. Let her finish, please.
Mr. Rao. Is this about Gayatri Prajapati or your manifesto? Is this about Gayatri Prajapati or your manifesto or the fact that you have not given the money to the state when it is needed? It is a federation. You do not give us enough money.
All right. Okay. So if we let the BJP and SP continue, we really will not be able to drive across any sort of point to the viewer. Last word to Mr. Sharad Pradhan. Mr. Pradhan, politics in UP, do you feel is being shaped a different way today because the SP and the BJP manifesto, I felt they had one thing in common, which is of course doling out a lot of freebies and sops.
Absolutely. You know, that is the only way they think. There are only two things that they do. They, a lot of lip service, to make all kinds of promises which need not be fulfilled. And the second thing is to dole out freebies, which is always a short-term, kind of lollipop given to people. And unfortunately, because of the poverty in this country, people get sold to these things. In real terms, they don't do anything.
Okay.
But here in this case, it was very shocking that in such a short time, the BJP has lifted so many things out of the Samajwadi Party manifesto, more than manifesto.
All right. So that's your analysis really of the BJP manifesto. Unfortunately, we've completely run out of time. A big thanks really to Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, to Juhi Singh, as well as Mr. Sharad Pradhan for joining us on this broadcast. We leave it to our viewers to decide whether it's a cut copy paste of the SP manifesto. But one thing has to be said: what's common in both the manifestos is the number of freebies, the number of soaps, as well as the target audience. It's the youth, it's the women, it's the farmers. We leave it at that. Thanks so much for watching. On the other side is a special truth.